Hey guys, I'm Keith Warren. Today is Thursday, the 16th of June, 2016. Welcome to another episode of Homeless in Titusville. And today we're being joined by our guest, Perry Favero. Perry used to be homeless, and as many of you know, you guys followed Perry's story, and you know that Perry had been homeless for nearly 4 years. So, Perry, I see you're here in your apartment.
Yes. Oh, God. Yes.
So tell me, how was it transitioning from being on the streets and now into your own place?
At first, it was a little bit hard, but then
What was so hard about it?
not being used to having to pay bills and things like that, and now, it's like I like the responsibility of having a roof over my head, paying my bills on time, and without the outpouring of love, I'd still be on the streets. But because of everybody that's, helped me, I'm getting a handle on this. I've got a pet now. Its name is Hoover. It's a cat. And I'm working with the VA on different things, but it's just been the outpouring of people in the community that have made this happen.
So how you doing on things like food and day-to-day living things?
Actually, really kind of good. I do take advantage of food banks.
Mm-hmm.
They help a lot, and there's resources out there I never even knew about. And
Like what, for instance?
well, for me, there's HUD assistance with housing, and if you go to certain other organizations, you can get help through helping with your electric bill till you get on your feet and stuff like that, So it's what they do is they give you a starter, and then it's up to you to fail. And I'm not failing. I'm not gonna go back out there because of all the things you all out there have done for me. I'm not gonna let you down.
What was it like giving up some of the habits of the streets? I talked to you before, and you said that really, you kind of got used to panhandling, and you sort of missed it, that you kind of tied it to your self-worth, that if somebody gave you $1 on the street, that made you feel good, it made you feel like somebody cared. And how is that now? When's the last time you've panhandled?
It's been well over 6 weeks, and I've done something weird.
Which is?
I see
Somebody can silence their phone. I appreciate that.
I see people now that are in the same boat that I was, and I've been fortunate enough to have a buck here or a buck two, and I'll give it to them.
And what about advice? I know for you, you'd said before you really wanted to pay this forward and help others. And what do you have as far as advice for other veterans specifically in your position? What do you suggest they do? Do you think they should go to the VA? What would you do if now that you know better?
I would start at the DAV, Disabled American Veterans, and if that don't work, go to the VA itself, and go to, and especially if you're homeless, there's a section just for homeless, and they can help you do the paperwork, and they can get things done. I'll tell you, you got to do your job. It's not, they're not going to knock on your door when it's time, for you to make an appointment, or you got to be someplace. You be there. I know it sounds hard.
You have to be willing to do for yourself. You have to be willing to meet them halfway.
Yes. You've got to do your job. they can only do so much. If you're not willing to do something, why should they be willing to do anything for you?
Yeah, right. Wow.
Hmm.
Wow. So, I know that, last year this time you're out on the streets and, I ride around and I see, other people that are homeless and I see how hot it is outside and now you're in a place and, you got the air conditioning going and, you're comfortable and stuff like that. I mean, do you ever sit back and kind of think to yourself how lucky you are that you're not out there in the woods still?
Oh God, every day, and I know a lot of people are not religious, but I have a saying, and a friend of mine told me, and it's called swap, and there's two swaps, one in the morning, one at night, and it's start with a prayer, sleep with a prayer.
So your faith has kind of helped you
Yes.
get through all this?
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that's, I know a lot of people aren't religious, but it's become how I'm being able to deal with things, and it's like, I don't go walking down the street spreading nothing, it's just inside me.
Right, your personal belief.
Yes. Yeah. And like I said, I don't want to push no religion on nobody or nothing like that. It's just,
That's how you live your life, and that's fine. That's good. So what do you do with all your time now that you have? You have a lot of time, and do you watch reality TV? I mean, what are your days like? What do you do?
First thing in the morning, I wake up and I get in my tree.
In your tree, what's a tree?
It's my tree of life. It's my wheelchair.
Okay.
And I roll around the apartment complex for exercise. And, just do a couple laps around the apartment complex. It's not far, but, I start doing something. I'm trying to get a tan.
Okay.
And much of the rest of the day is just, if I gotta go shopping, I gotta go shopping, and
How do you make it to the store? How do you get to the store without having a car? And how do you bring enough groceries home each time to make the trip worth it?
well, that's why I gotta go at least twice a week, and I walk.
Do you think a wagon would help in your situation? Do you think if somebody had a wagon that they didn't use anymore, you could put groceries in? Do you think that might be something that might answer some of your needs?
No, not really, because it's just me, so I don't need that much, so I don't, I don't spend a whole lot at one time, and, 4 bags of groceries, and I can.
And some cat food and maybe a couple cat toys.
You cannot forget cat food.
Yeah.
The other day I forgot cat litter. I thought it was going to kill me.
Can't forget your little friend, huh?
Nope.
Wow, Perry. Wow. It's awesome. So, I'm glad to hear that, things are going well for you and, paying your bills, you're just able to maintain yourself. You're not at any risk of losing this place. Everything is real good.
Yes.
And you see your social worker about how often?
Well, I was seeing her once a week. Now she said maybe once every 2 months.
Because you're doing so well.
Yeah. No, she said if I have a problem, give her a call.
Wow.
And I will call her. We all need help at times. And I mean, there are days that, it's like, wow, I need to talk to somebody.
This is great to hear that you're doing so well, Perry. Is there anybody in particular that you'd like to thank or let know how you feel about them? Is there any message you have for anyone you'd like to deliver?
I can't think of anyone in particular because there's so many out there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many.
I know you had so many people from the Brevard County Fire Department.
Yes.
They bought you some food and got you a start and
Yep.
helped you out with a lot of things. And you have a TV and some furniture and clothing and pots and pans and
Yeah.
just a really nice start.
Yeah. I mean, it's a brand new life, and I'm holding on to this one.
And you're doing well. Wow. Well, thanks, Perry, for spending a few minutes with us and letting us know how you're doing. And we're all really glad to hear that you're doing well, man. And thanks for the time and the update and the interview.
Okay. The only thing I want to do is say thank you to everybody out there for taking a moment to think about people that have nothing.
Amen.
Thanks, guys. And hey, listen, we'll be putting a special thing. Perry will be reading a poem. We'll be putting another video. This video, you'll have to go to Keith Wohr, KEITHWOHR on YouTube to be able to check out Perry reading his poem. And thanks for tuning in.